Hi everybody in my Tlsq Harry Potter group and YouTube channel. Okay, we're on to the final part here, a day in Diagon Alley. Watch your first year friends take part in the sorting ceremony and begin a new life at Hogwarts. But how do you do? How did you do? Professor McGonagall is eager to evaluate your performance. So let's get started. Here we go. Okay, catch the train. Always like this is kind of neat. It sounds like a sound of it like a train or something. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Virgil, Grogu, you made it. It was close, but with some help, we managed to get to platform 9 3/4, just in time to board the train. Thank goodness, Juniper and I were so worried. Come sit with us. Now that we're here, I suppose all that's left is to relax and enjoy the ride. But there's still so much we want to ask you about life at Hogwarts. Anything from the trolley, dears? I have some money left from what Professor McGonagall gave me, but it's supposed to be for school supplies only. Grogu, could you get something for us, please? All right, 1 sweet each. Choose carefully. I did say I love sweets when I introduced myself. I wouldn't want to go back on my word. I want a chocolate frog. It's good to see you looking after another group of new arrivals. You certainly were a big help when you served as my assistant. Thank you. I suppose I'm starting to make a habit of it. Yeah, everything on that cart looks good. Rise, you said earlier that you wanted to learn more about life at Hogwarts. I do. I want to know all about what it's been like for you there. I have had my share of adventures at Hogwarts, and I could offer a few tips as well. We have so many questions, Grogu. Let's see if you can answer them all. Okay. Yeah, it takes so much energy for this game, I find. Like, it's crazy. Just don't want to... Here we go, and... There. Thanks, Grogu. Hogwarts sounds even more amazing than I imagined. I can't wait to solve mysteries and get into all sorts of troubles. I'm sure you'll have your share of adventures at Hogwarts Rise. All of you will. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have a run-in with an Ice Knight or a Bogart. Don't sell yourself short, Juniper. Based on what I saw you did at Ollivanders, you'll make a formidable witch. Thanks, Grogu. I'll do my best. If you do run into danger, remember that you don't have to face it alone. At Hogwarts, you'll have friends, professors, and more to rely on whenever you need help or advice. That goes for me, too. I like to think we've all gotten closer since this morning. I'll say, when I first met Virgil, I thought he was evil. Rise, please. Sorry, just being honest. It's all right. I know I wasn't exactly friendly this morning. People assume that since my parents were Death Eaters that I'd turn out just like them, but I don't want to be like my parents. I want to walk my own path. I'm sure you will, Virgil. Hogwarts is a perfect place to discover your true self. What do you think I'll appreciate the most about Hogwarts, Grogu? What I think you'll appreciate the most is making new friends. At Hogwarts, you'll meet all sorts of people who help you discover new ways of being in the world. You'll learn as much from them as you will from the professors. I hadn't thought of that. Perhaps my life is about to get better after all. We'll reach Hogsmeade before you know it. Then it's on to Hogwarts Castle. The next time I see you will be at the sorting ceremony. And there they go. Okay, so we're done that. Now, attend sorting ceremony. Okay, so what part are we at? 2 of 4. Okay. Here we go. I'm glad you and your new students made it to Hogwarts safe and sound. Thanks, Ben. It was close, but we all got there in the end. This is such an exciting moment. Soon Professor McGonagall will enter this hall with the first years in tow, ready for the sorting ceremony. Now, let's have it. I want to know what house you think each of your charges will end up in. I might need to think about that. Do you have a specific student in mind? Let's begin with Juniper Hunt. Like me, she's got no magical relatives, so this is all very new to her. What house do you think Juniper is most likely to join? Juniper seems like a Ravenclaw to me. It takes a quick wit to learn so much about the magical world so quickly. Sounds like a win for Ravenclaw. Hopefully you're not saying that just because you're a Ravenclaw yourself. I assure you I'm being completely objective. All right then, how about Rise Mayberry? What house is she destined to join? I think Rise will join Hufflepuff. The kindness she shows her pets and the love of magical creatures suggests Hufflepuff is right for her. Brilliant! Hufflepuff will be lucky to have her. Now for Virgil Fowler, what house do you think he'll be sorted into? Virgil will be sorted into Slytherin. He's not like his parents, but he's got the same confidence in his ability as any Slytherin. That doesn't surprise me. I assume that Virgil will be a Slytherin. Professor McGonagall and the first years will be here any second. Let's take our seats. When I call your name, you will come forth and shall place the sorting hat upon your head. Then you will be sorted in your houses. Let us begin. Okay. Oh, these are long though. Like, all 4 videos are about an hour long. So it kind of gets to the point where you kind of run out of voice after a while. Okay, I need some energy here. There. Five stars. And almost there. McGonagall should do it. Okay. My students are up next. Fowler, Virgil. What do we have here? Parents were in Slytherin. You do quite well there, you know. But walking your own path now, are you? In that case, better be Ravenclaw. Interesting. I suppose Virgil's love of magical history must have made him a scholar at heart. Hunt, Juniper. Oh, a newcomer. Powerful potential, but could use more confidence. Ah, here we are. A heart full of compassion and generosity. Sounds like a true Hufflepuff. I should have known the kindness Juniper showed Rise after we found her was a dead giveaway. Mayberry, Rise. You're an interesting one, aren't you? A love of magical creatures, a fierce loyalty to friends, not to mention a certain disregard for rules when it comes to one's ambitions. That can only mean Slytherin. Who would have thunk it? Rise turned out to be a Slytherin? Fascinating. Her ambitions may be focused on her pets, but they're still ambitions. She'll make a fine Slytherin. I should talk to my new students after the start of term fest. Mr. Baby. Yes, Professor. As soon as the start of term feast is over, you'll report to my classroom and wait for me there. Uh-oh, what'd I do? I didn't do it. I can just hear in the back of my head, you're in trouble. Here we go. Professor McGonagall told me to wait here. I hope I'm not in trouble. It is true that I'm not for Madam. If it wasn't for Madam Bagshot, we would have missed our train. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Baby. It's time for your Hogwarts Student Guide evaluation. I've already spoken to your 3 charges. Now I want to hear your side. Keep in mind that I already know about Madam Bagshot's assistant in helping you catch your train. Professor, I can explain. I'm sure you will. Now let us discuss your performance as a Hogwarts student guide. Sorry about notifications and stuff. Nothing I can really do about that. Just having fun in this year, Tlsq. I had plans tonight to do actually chapter 58, but this takes priority because it leads up. It actually has to do with me getting to Hogwarts or getting to Beyond, so kind of goes hand in hand. Let us sum up our findings. How well do you perform your duties as a Hogwarts student guide? Did you successfully recite the Hogwarts welcome speech when making introductions? Yes, and you did so with a playful tone, adding an atmosphere of delight to the day. The new students were skeptical of the speech at first, but they came around in the end. Very good. On to your next duty. Did you ensure that the church has acquired all necessary school supplies using available funds? You did, and a few pets as well. You also allowed your students to buy one sweet each on the Hogwarts Express. This was appropriate. Having a sweet on the train is part of the experience. Did you watch over your charges to make sure no one got lost? Yes, but you had a close call there. I was worried when Rise and Virgil ran off, but they found their way to King's Cross and were able to reunite. I am glad to see you designate an emergency meeting place, otherwise disaster may have occurred. As for properly delivering your students to platform 9 3/4 in time to board the train, in this you very nearly failed. Thank goodness for Madame Bagshot's skills in apparition. Madame Bagshot did save us, and she even signed Virgil's copy of A History of Magic before we parted. How kind of her. You were lucky she was willing to help. And in the end, all your charges were able to experience their first trip to Hogwarts aboard the Hogwarts Express. Before we complete your evaluation, I have a question for you. Ask away, Professor. In your adventure as a Hogwarts student guide, what do you think you'll remember the most? I'll always remember meeting the 3 students. We started as strangers, but in the end, I felt we'd all become close friends. Your 3 charges expressed a similar sentiment. They seem to have become quite the trio. This brings me to your final and most crucial responsibility as a Hogwarts student guide. You to see each student's individual needs in the pivotal moment of their lives. And this, Mr. Baby, you performed admirably. Thank you, Professor. Indeed, your 3 charges gave you glowing reviews. You helped each of them in their own way. I was especially worried about Mr. Fowler. I understand how you might feel that way, but Virgil isn't like his parents. Indeed, thanks in part to your kindness, Mr. Fowler revealed himself to be a thoughtful young man. You also helped Miss Hunt, who is new to the wizarding world, gain confidence in her magical potential. And your kind words of Miss Mayberry, after finding her at the King's Cross station, did not go unnoticed. All in a day's work for a Hogwarts student guide, I suppose. I'm glad I was able to help. I'll miss the 3 students I helped today. I hope I get a chance to see them again soon. I assure you you will, Mr. Baby. Your journey as a Hogwarts student guide is not yet complete. I've arranged for you to meet your 3 charges in the courtyard tomorrow morning. I think you'll be quite interested in what they have to say and what they have to give you. Okay, cool. Wonder what this could be. Oh yeah, that clock. I hope it's something that you can actually put on the wall and doesn't go on a shelf. You know, that kind of sounds greedy, but I always thought they should have a clock on a shelf or something. Even like an owl clock. I think that would be kind of cool. Grogu, you came. Of course, it's good to see you all again. How's your first day at Hogwarts? It's even more amazing than I imagined. Although Floofy did wander off and had to spend the morning searching around the Slytherin common room. That sounds like Floofy, all right. What else happened? I want to hear everything. Well, it's good that they had a good time. I'm still excited to go to Beyond, but it's going to be kind of weird not seeing this background. Unless there's like an old Tlsq that pops up that's like a memory or something, but it's going to be kind of odd. But this is a lot of fun, so. There we go, almost done. And there, and there, and there, and there. And That should do it. Cool. Thank you for the update. It sounds like you're all settling just fine. I'm sure we'll see each other again as we go about our lives at school. But it won't be the same. You won't be our Hogwarts student guide anymore. Perhaps not officially, but in spirit, I'll always be your Hogwarts student guide. All right then, student guide, why don't you give us one last piece of advice? My advice to you is look out for each other. You'll need to rely on your friends in the adventures to come. I already feel like I'll be friends with all of you forever. Me too. I feel very close to you all. That's right. We're the Diagon Alley Trio with our student guide Grogu. Before you go, Professor McGonagall wanted us to give you something. She said it was to help us remember the time we spent together. It's a great big clock. That was thoughtful of her. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks again for all your help getting us ready for Hogwarts, Grogu. It was a pleasure meeting you. Good luck to you all. Your Hogwarts adventures are just beginning. There we go. Finally. Well, this has been a lot of fun. So that's the end of this adventure here. So thank you so much for watching these videos. I really enjoy doing them. I'm going to be going to Beyond pretty soon, so it's kind of nice to actually get a chance to see these little adventures and what the kids are doing. So thanks so much for watching these videos. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more Hogwarts Mystery content. Until next time, happy tapping, because this is the way.